Right. Good morning, everybody. Another day. Man, we've talked about this in a few videos now, but I do feel like I'm planning my trips to the Delta a little bit more based on tides. I personally like to fish a outgoing tide for the majority of my morning or day whenever that's possible. However, today we're going to be starting at a low tide and it's going to be slowly incoming all day. Not the tide I would prefer, so I don't know. I'm not sure how that's going to change things, but that is another reason I like fishing the Delta, trying to figure out the puzzle that it always is with the tides and the location. And you have no choice from the kayak, pretty limited in how much water you can cover. So we've been on a pretty good streak of fishing the Delta. No giants, but just, you know, catching fish. That's the plan today. Fish this incoming tide. Let's get after it. Alrighty, so I'm already just a little bit nervous that we may have picked the wrong location. They definitely sprayed here. They sprayed the vegetation, you know, the weed killer, Roundup, whatever you want to call it. When you see all that burnt yellow and shriveled up looking, that's not cold weather. They definitely sprayed the weeds here. That legitimately affects the fishing. Can't tell you how many times I've heard of guys, whether it be boat or kayak guys, pre-fish for a tournament in an area and crush it, and they come back tournament day and they had sprayed and the fish are completely gone. They just leave. They're not gonna be there. So I'm a little bit nervous that we may have picked the wrong place. Of course, I didn't know they sprayed here. You don't know where they're spraying, really. We shall see. This is usually an area that holds fish. Not a lot of big ones, but at least numbers, so I don't know. Let's get it going. Go with the Chapo to start. They definitely sprayed here. A nice, beautiful, green, healthy mat is just all burnt, crispy. It's all burnt to a crisp over here. Crap. Oh boy. Very subtle. Very subtle. At least there's one bass still hanging around, all those toxic waste. Hate to do it so early because I do want to throw topwater, but sometimes you just get that feeling you might be fishing over fish, you know? That just aren't willing to come up all the way. Chatterbait a little bit. It's choked. How do you fish it? You can't. Tough today. Oh, what a surprise. Like 15-mile-an-hour winds already. Crazy wind every time. I don't know what's going on this year, but every day is windy. Every day. Can't escape it. It's the windiest place in the world. This is not good. All this was sprayed. I mean, I know we haven't been fishing for long, but it's starting to look like In-N-Out for brunch. I can't write myself off just yet, but whew, I don't really see this day being super epic. You never know, though. Dead grass, crappy tide, 20-mile-an-hour winds. Not sure those are favorable conditions. Oh man, I was just talking about how hard it was. Oh, it's a good fish too. Oh man. Literally the only place I could really fish right now is right along this edge. We got her. Got a good one. Not a bad one. Not a giant. Short and stout. Healthy delta fish though. That makes me feel better. Chatterbait. Maybe in and out is not in the cards. We'll see though. It's just one. Lost my paddle. Thing just swam off with it. Didn't even feel the bite. Okay. Gives me a little confidence, a little hope. Like I said, like the only place I could really fish is right along this lane right here. There's a tiny bit of a clearing. Exactly where I just made that cast, and I'm sure that fish was probably sitting right under this mat right here. Got her. Man, they are piled up here. Not a giant, but a fish. Sir. It's kind of what I needed right now with this wind and the low tide. Kind of wait for that water to get up a little higher so I can actually maneuver around. You can't tell, but out in this whole channel, it's almost impossible to use the pedal drive. A lot of the grass, other than this little channel right here, is just subsurface. It's hard to, let alone fish a bait, you know? There we go. Oh, that was a bite. Guaranteed a bite. How does he not get it? Got bit. There's fish there for sure. Gotta add a little flavor to the worm. We're gonna catch one on the drop shot. Guaranteed on the drop shot. Oh yeah. Dude, I know you've heard that. You probably saw the rod like boom. How does that happen? Like, how does he not get it? There we go. There we go. It has a matter of time. Sick. Good fish too. Look at that one. A little drop shot worm. Knew they were there. Solid fish. Solid fish. Favorite drop shot color, hands down, in the summer. Might just be a confidence thing for me, but dude, green weenie. I don't know what it is about this color, but it's just killer. Should put that on a little weedless drop shot hook. You're gonna get bit. Go. That was good. Dang, it came off. It's not a fish. Sheesh. That's not good. Great job. How did that happen? Well, I feel bad. That probably is going to get eaten by a fish because the weight's going to keep it down and that worm's going to just kind of drift in the wind and something's going to pick it up. Yeah, it's not going to work out so good. The hardest thing to do in the wind is not fish. It's not hold position. It's actually tying the leader knot, I think. There we go. Come on. What do we got? Yeah, chatter's still working. Of course. side I wanted to fish. Way windier out here, but this side just makes more sense with the incoming tide. Pushing stuff into these tulies. I mean, you'd imagine they set up out here. Way more life out here, that's for certain. That's a good one, I think. That's a real good one, I believe. And my hand slipped, so I know it's a big one. Oh God, how was that big? Dude, I thought that was a 5-pounder at least. What the heck? Dude, I swear this fish shrunk. He shrunk, dude. Wow. Guess he just had me like buried up in some grass or something. Man, he just bulldogged me though, you know? Like, holy smokes. Going with this chatterbait. Oh, it's a good one. Jeez. When you least expect it. It's a big one. Oh, it's a big one. Okay, open your mouth. Oh God. Can't lay this freaking fish. Jeez Louise. Gave me some trouble there, dude. Chunker. Another solid one, man. Oh God. Right at the boat too. Nice one. Always getting bites when you least expect them. Stuck on the structure. I don't know if it's like an old dock or whatever, sunken, huge piece of structure though. There. Oh, son of a... I don't know what's going on today, but drop shot like hookup ratio is not that good. And just like the area before, catch a chatterbait fish, kind of slow down and take it apart, you know there's more there. Every fish I've caught has been on one side of these tulies, having the water or the tide go into them, so they're probably just sitting there waiting for stuff to come in. Chatterbait obviously works. I've seen a lot of bluegill, but this little worm too, it seems like I just like drag it and I have a really light weight on there. It's like the current and the tide is just like pushing this through the weeds. As you can see, I mean, look how thick that stuff is. It's kind of like stuff I would never think to drop shot. With a little bit longer leader we're working today, the worm just kind of floats up, that light weight, lets it drift through that grass. Whatever, so often we get lucky and it goes by one's face. There we go. Where it was supposed to be. It's 1-2 punch today. Chatterbait, drop shot. What the heck was that? Oh, I broke the thing. Well, that's not good. I broke my seat. That's a first. Well, you have to improvise a little. Oh, what do we got? Is there a rope in here? The non-functioning seat's gonna kind of suck, so I'm gonna fix this little temporary fix. Always good to carry some rope Just comes in handy every so often, like when you need to fix your seat. Right? Good as new. Got her. Another little fella. Yeah. Not that little. We'll keep her. Let's get some meat to him. Poor little guy living right next to the roundup mat. Giants. Look at all of them follow it. Have a little guy tap it. Oh! Where you're supposed to be. Hey, thank you. It's been a minute. Just catching fish every like 30 minutes. That's better than nothing though. Got him. Good one. Man, they're setting up. Like they're supposed to be. That's a fat one. Looks fishy back here. Oh no! Look at that big old tank. Oh, you can see him right there. He's got a white lip. Somebody caught that dude. Whoa, look how big that crawfish is. I think that one's alive. Oh, he fell. Oh no, he fell. That thing's a monster. It's a dangerous spot for him to be hanging. A lot of little guys back here. Pretty cool though, getting in like tight spaces like this and just standing up and looking around. So much life. Ooh, not too small. Chunky. I wonder how many crawfish he's got in his belly. God, I'm gonna totally get crapped on. It's inevitable. Oh, come on. What do we got? Oh, not a terrible one. Another wallfish. Birds and the bass are hanging out on the wall. Oh, there we go. Thanks for getting some bites. Jeez. Gnarly. Man, that wind's so strong, it just drifted like 50 yards in 10 seconds. Micro. Oh, that might be a scupper. Oh, that's a borderline scupper. You did it. You made it. It's intense right here. Barely get through there. Okay. That's gonna do it. Man, another windy day on the Delta. What's new? Can't really remember the last time it was calm out here. To recap the day, went a lot better than I expected, especially since I got here, saw that they had sprayed, and just based on my history and other folks, and when they spray that grass, fishing is not good. And I'm not saying it was epic today, but there were at least fish still around. Let me know in the comments below your experience. If any of you guys have fished around like places they spray that vegetation with whatever it is, Roundup, it just kills a lot of stuff, and I don't know, it makes the water all nasty. But let me know what your experience experiences after they spray, whether it be here in the Delta or somewhere else in the country. Let me know what you guys have experienced as far as like the fishing goes. Today was weird though. I didn't really expect them to be there. I thought we were gonna be for sure in and out. The tide definitely helped. The incoming tide really positioned fish reacting to a chatterbait. And then of course the old drop shot, little weedless drop shot. I guess the one good thing about these crazy windy Delta days is it seems to help the chatterbait bite. I mean, that chatterbait, I can't remember the last time I went out with the chatterbait wasn't getting a few fish. So chatterbait has been a staple this summer for me. Anyways, that is gonna do it for today's video. As always, thank you guys for coming along, for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in a few days for the next video. See ya.